So thank you for that contribution.
I believe is the grassroots. If it's power to go to the school, to the university level, to the market sectors, to any angle, it's just only the common people on the streets who is looking for daily bread, who is looking for what to eat. And oh, Mumbole, I'll buy this one for my family. It's only those one, because in a family, 5 people, 7 people, they are planning for election. They are number.
Okay, so TJ Baba, thank you very much again. So that you said that, I mean, based on what you said, that to the grassroots and everything. So like this video will be shared. Brother Ayo is also going to share this also. But also you can do yours as well by sharing this with people that sharing this with people that here and back home as well, and also let them know that they should also share the content with people that they know, and that way it can pass from hand to hand until we reach the grassroots.
Okay.
Okay, so just kind of continuing on the division of assets, right? So they use a land size. You know how, and then we talked about the local government areas earlier and how that has been skewed. So Lagos now still has 20, right?
Yeah.
And Bayelsa, that has oil, only has 9. And you know how tiny the land in Bayelsa is. So obviously they've been disadvantaged immediately. Imo that has oil, same thing. They have, I don't know how many they have, like 19 or 11 or something like that. So and so local government areas is used, and then population. We've been having this conversation, like Majukwe mentioned, that where they're saying that the numbers are in the north, right? That they have the higher population, right, in the north, which is what our founding fathers wanted to avoid. Having this situation where one group can wake up one morning and say they have the numbers and they keep in the presidency, they keep in all the ministerial revenue generating positions, even the loans that are coming into Nigeria, right? So again, when you look at what the Constitution has done with those federation accounts, you see that those that don't have the assets, it's like the oil coming from the south, right, and other things coming from the south, are getting a larger share of it because of the land size, because of the local government areas. That's exactly what's going on in Nigeria.
I can read the numbers to you if you want.
Okay, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, so actually it's in alphabetical order. So Abia State has 17 local governments. Adamawa has 21 local governments. Akwa Ibom has 31 local government. Anambra State has 21 local government. Bauchi State has 20 local government. Bayelsa has 8 local government, and that's our oil producing state, right? Exactly. Benue has 22 local government. Borno has 27 local government. Cross River has 18 local government. Delta State has 25 local government.
See, they have to have state government for the cows and they have to have this. We have to give them that.
Because you do well. Mieti Allah says that one cow equals 100 human beings. That's what Mieti Allah says.
Oh, that's why there are more local governments in those areas.
Yes,
in those states. Okay, well, Enugu has 17
cow equals 100.
Edo State has 18 local governments. I'm still going through the list. Ekiti State has 16 local governments. Gombe State has 11 local governments. Imo State has 28. Jigawa has 27. Kaduna has 23. Kanu has 44.
Crazy.
Katsina has 34. Kebbi has 21. Kogi has 21, Kwara has 16, Lagos State has 20, and Nasarawa has 13, Niger State has 25, Ogun State has 20, Ondo State has 18, Osun State has 30, Oyo State has 33, Plateau State has 17, River State has 23, Sokoto has 23, Taraba has 16,
oh man,
Yobe has 17, Zamfara has 15. Federal Capital has 6, and that's it.
Okay. Oh, shit.
So,
Wow.
so of all, Kano has the most, 44 local governments.
But again, remember, Kano was broken into 3 states. So between
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, even by itself, not
Yeah.
even with, if you combine the 3 states, they probably about 100.
They're probably
because
90
Jigawa-
something, you know, probably 90 or something like that.
90, okay, because
Yeah, and then,
Jigawa has
then you add the
21,
land
okay.
size, right? Because land
Yes.
size, you can see, I mean, we showed that before. Land size is a big deal, right? You know, for what
Yeah,
we're
Kebbi
talking
has
about.
21. So
Yeah.
that makes it
Yeah, 71 plus 20, 92.
plus 21. That's 90. Yeah.
92.
Yeah, that's 92.
Yeah. While Lagos still has 20.
Yeah.
And Bayelsa has
Oh, but
8.
And Lagos has a
June-
population of 21 million, and Kano has a population of 16 million.
Yeah.
So
my
if you're
sister.
if you're using land size, so I mean let's just
And local government area.
If the land size, if we're using land size, that Kano is bigger than Lagos. So is it land? So is it the lands that are going to eat the resources, or the people, right? Because if you have 21 million and you're giving them less compared to to a state that has that has 16 million, but you're giving them more because they have a larger land size. It just defies common sense to me.
Right, but when you put those two together, because those are the main ones, right, where they're really pushing the asset distribution, because now you have LGAs and then you have land size, which disadvantages, the middle belt to the south. Yeah. Okay. Any comments from people before we move on?
Jean, there's a comment. There's a comment, because I heard what she just read out. Sokoto and Kano, they have land size more than Lagos.
Yeah, well, actually, if you combine most of the south, is less than Kano.
Hold on. Lagos and Ogun State, they are in the same. And Lagos, what Lagos bring back on the table as incoming generated revenue, it's more than both the 2 states.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Yes.
Is that what? Why are we working to feed other people?
Exactly. Why is our asset? Our assets are going to other people.
We were working to feed other people with money and population. Lagos is already exploded in population.
TJ, before you actually get angry, let me give you a fact that will make you get even more angry. Sorry, I don't mean you to get angry. However, when we're going to be talking about RUGA is not about pasteurization. RUGA is using federal and state money to go to foreign Fulani. Okay, now we're outside of Nigeria. We're outside of the ones that are in Nigeria, that have been in Nigeria for a while. RUGA takes federal money 80% and state money 20% to bring foreign Fulani from all around Africa, give them Nigerian citizenships and give them land, because Bauchi governor says that the forest is now, land for everybody, not for the people that actually own it, right? So that's what they think.
Suggestion, Jean, I'm sorry. Yeah, because this topic is going to come just after the one that so I want to make a suggestion though. Is because this is very important. I'm thinking that maybe today we can stop at that, so that we will have time to discuss the rest of it. Because I don't think we will do justice to the to this, because these are concerns, right? They are great concerns. So we should not just brush over them. I think we should spend time, so that people can have the kind of understanding that is going to sensitize them to sensitize them to what is really going on. So don't let us just brush over it. I think that we can take the time, complete the rest of this, talk about the next topic, and then this issue that you just brought up, and then we can pick it up from there. That's just a suggestion.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, because we are kind of running out of time. So Paul, go ahead, Paul, unmute yourself. Okay. And anyone can have a discussion about what we've been talking about, because these are really things that we need to unpack.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Paul.
Good
Can you
evening.
go on? Can you go
focus is
on video?
I'm at work. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
I just stepped out of the building
Yeah, that's okay.
near where I parked my car.
That's
So
okay.
my own suggestion is this. I think we should focus more on how to take this message Barrister Nadi did in his broadcast about the intention of the attempted amendment of the 1999 Constitution by the National Assembly, whereby they are trying to expand access to citizenship through registration and trying to allow more people to come into the country and give them citizenship. And those people we know are these foreign Fulanis. And that means endangering our people more and more. So if we can find a way to spread these messages down to our people in the Middle Belt and Southern Nigeria, so the lawmakers, so they will see this for what it really is, so they will all reject the amendment at the state level. So it will not go. And then those lawmakers, those people from our own territory who are at the National Assembly, we need to equally let them know that this thing they are doing is wrong. I don't know how we are going to do them, because that is really the basis. That is first of all to secure our place before we go to other areas about how to fight and get our freedom. Because these people, they are hell-bent on doing this. They will not stop until they succeed. You can see how they are trying to do about what they are trying to do concerning the presidency. They are using their so-called population against the rest of the country, whereas in actual fact they are not much. They are not more than us. If you want to do a true census, the census we've been having has always been a fraudulent census. They count all manner of things and join as their own census figures. So one more thing, I did my youth service in Bauchi in 1998. That was when I realized that this issue of they have landmass. Yes, they have landmass, but do you know that most of those landmasses most of those landmass they have are sparsely populated by people. Absolutely. They have their major populations in the state capitals, and maybe like for example, Bauchi has where you can find more people are in Bauchi town itself, and the second biggest city, Azare. Other places are just a sprinkle of people. You can drive a long distance, that large landmass, you only see little hamlets. Right. And that's how they claim they have population. They don't have population like that. And it's the same thing across most parts of the north. In fact, we have more people in the middle belt than in the core north. So this is what our lawmakers from the north, from the south and middle belt don't know. And we need to put this into their head.
Well, that's an assumption I wouldn't make.
If you can print maybe leaflets and booklets of what Barrister Nadi said and take it down to our lawmakers in the state assemblies in the south and middle belt, so that when they look at it, like they will reject this amendment that has to do with local government, at least that area. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And absolutely. I mean, like, that's why we're doing this, right? Because when we keep talking about this, and we'll talk about this when we talk about the narrative, if you continue to talk about it one item at a time, and Paul, by the way, we have been hitting hard on RUGA. We've been on RUGA for a long time because everybody dropped it, right? Citizen AY and Madupe, and we have been hitting it hard. We're hitting it hard because people are talking about this pasteurization, but then in there, which is why we share that video alone a lot, it says that they're given Nigeria, that all Fulani from around all of Africa and Nigerian as citizens of Nigeria, and they are begging them to come in. They're begging them. They want to, what did he say again? They want to sensitize them and gather them together on our land for free. 80% federal government, 20% state government. So we've been hitting this hard and hard and hard, okay? And sending out those videos and doing these programs and going out on WhatsApp at every avenue, Twitter, we're everywhere, trying to make people understand that RUGA is not pasteurization, it is colonization. RUGA is colonization. RUGA is colonization. And then now, they are now going into the states with the amendment. And we've been talking about this every single week. They're going into the states to now, these people that came in, and we'll talk about how they came in, you know, some during COVID, and we'll take a look at all the information from the different states, immigration service, right, border service, that we're showing how they were trying to bring in these people and brought these people who have now disappeared into the forest, and it's those people that they now want to make state indigenes. And we saw that video at the beginning talking about how that's going to change the demographics. So this, what we're doing today, and we're going to continue next week and probably the week after that, because there's a few things to unpack, is showing the people now together how this plan is working. And then we're going to give them an opportunity, give them different ways how they get engaged, what they need to do, what we must do collectively, what we must do individually to turn things around, including and up to, especially right now, we need to be in talking to our lawmakers, saying, maybe you didn't know this is what's going on. How? I don't know. But this is what's going on, and you need to resist it. And by the way, RUGA needs to be not just rescinded, but all those people that have been given Nigerian citizenship, that should be rescinded because they're not Nigerian citizens, not by any rule. So you can't just create a program and hand out free Nigerian citizenships, hand out free Nigerian money, free Nigerian jobs, free Nigerian ranches. That is insane. But that's
that
what's
people
going on.
that people in Nigeria don't have access to.
I know, they're living in poverty.
Yeah.
What about Yorubas? What about Yorubas in other African countries? Why are they not being brought into Nigeria and given farms? What about Igbos? We saw that map. There they are in southern in Cameroon. Why are they not being brought in and given ranches and farms as well? Why is it only the Fulani that are getting this? But we'll continue on this conversation next time. But in the meantime, you know, AY, if you can kind of talk a little bit about what people can do, and then we'll wrap up in the next couple of minutes. Let's talk about some of the things that people can do, and then we'll pick this back up. And by the way, if you want to get us started, go ahead, please. What people can do.
Well, some of the things, I mean, if you yield the floor to me.
Yes.
Yeah. So some of the things that we can do really is to, again, you know, what we talked about too, is to find a way to reach out to our lawmakers, even though we know that they know, but we will still, I mean, we should still do what we need to do, like to reach out to them and let them know. And again, it's so that in the future, right? Because I know that we're going to overcome this. Yeah, I know for a fact that we're going to overcome this, so that in the future, none of them can say, oh, well, you didn't tell us. Well, we are telling you now, and we will make efforts to reach out to them and let them know that they should stop this RUGA, you know, this constitutional amendments that they're trying to, you know, that they're trying to pass in the states. Remember that I think they've already passed it in the, you know, at the federal level. So now it's left to the states to kind of rectify it. So what we want to do is to reach out to our state legislatures and let them know that, you know, that they should stop this, that they should stop they should stop the amendment from passing. Exactly. And they can do that. So that's number one. Then the other thing that we can do, just like you know, I mentioned earlier to TJ about that, you know, programs like this, we can actually begin to share it with our people, with our contact, everybody in our contact list, you know, share the video, let them, you know, let them take the time to kind of listen to some of the points that were discussed, or some of the issues that were raised in the video, and then encourage them to also pass it on to their own contacts, so that way, you know, we can reach as many people as possible. That's another one. Then also we should find a way to engage some of our neighbors in the West African countries. And I know that, you know, we said we have Yorubas in West Africa too. Yes. We have Yorubas outside of Africa, right? Yes. We have Yoruba. Yeah, we can tell our Yoruba brothers from outside, yeah, can you come on in too? You know, we can do that as well. For everybody. But at the same time, we need to kind of, you know, get the words out there to, you know, to our neighbors, you know, and also both in Africa and outside of Africa to know what is going on.
Yeah,
So,
we need some
that way we're not-
translators, Modupe. We need translators that will translate into the various languages, indigenous
Absolutely,
languages. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we should also get on social media as well. And I'm going to leave it there. So let somebody else.
So thank you, Dr. Modupe and Jean and everybody. Yes, again, I reiterate and I also echo the message by Dr. Modupe. We need to make sure that everybody must really get on board on this. We need to get on the case of all of those honorables. When it comes to elections, 1 second, please. 1 second, TJ, please, if you permit me. When it comes to elections, these honorables will come and give you a bag of rice. They'll come and give you oil. They'll come and, but when it comes to places where things go wrong and you need their help, they're never around. And I think we need to now hold them to account.
Absolutely.
And really say, look, if you are going to, we do not want anything to do with Nigeria. Let's be clear. But for as long as we're in there, you must speak for us, and you must tell them that we want a referendum.
Yes.
Nothing short of a referendum. And we need to do that in our local language. We have to make our people know that they have the power.
Yes.
For too long, they have been disempowered. And our job is to empower them with passion, commitment, and their rights, their inalienable right to self-determination. And that will take a lot of commitment from all of us. There's about 20 million, 30 million of us who are in diaspora. We can continue. The message is getting through. Make no mistake. But if we can reach in our local languages more and more, hopefully Dr. Modupe and myself and Alagba Faleti, we will be doing some videos in Yoruba as well, and a program. I think we're coming up with a program in Yoruba and some videos as well, because all of us need to do this. We all have to think outside the box on this. This is something that we cannot leave. So I implore everybody.
Right.
We are all mandated to take this action. Don't wait for somebody else. We are all leaders in this journey, and we must empower ourselves to encourage those who are on that location 419, Middle Beltans, Southerners, to stand up, because it's in standing up that we can defeat these Fulanis. Their agenda is what they will follow, come what may. It is time we stick to our own agenda by sharing this agenda of empowering our people across all the South and Middle Belt. That is the only way we can reverse this misfortune. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So thank you, everyone. It's been a very vigorous discussion, and we'll pick it back up next week. Again, one of the key things that we are trying to do is, again, to enlighten our people, because knowledge is power, and power leads to freedom. Knowledge is power, and power leads to freedom. And TJ, if it's possible for us to pick that back up next week, because we're way over time where we're live streaming, we're supposed to have ended a while ago. That would be awesome. Or if you want to make it like really quick, then
just a quick.
Okay.
I thank everyone on the board and
video.
Everyone on everyone on the video, everyone on the live broadcast. I believe 1,000 people hearing or whatever. But I had the doctor Modupe Adebayo, and Baba
Adebayo.
Baba, you said something. But for people who is listening, who are colleagues or whatever, Baba, you said something before. Yoruba are signing one petition, 5 million petition. Did you remember people? So it's a big lion, how to fight it out. That's just all. Thank you.
Absolutely. And again, people need to understand one thing, just so I clarify. There's a petition that is the collective. Okay, so all these petitions, like the ones that have been signed by the Yoruba, because Yoruba, at the end of the day, are wanting to have a homogeneous group and have their own nation like they had in the Western region, right? So those petitions are germane to what's going to go on in their space. The Lower Niger needs to have theirs, the Middle Belt needs to have theirs, and then collectively, all of that now signifies for the whole area from the Middle Belt to the South to give us the numbers that we're talking about. Okay, so let's just make that clear that the petitions that are being signed, because you're going to need, because each region is going to be doing their referendum within their space anyway, and then each one will now have a result, and we'll kind of figure out what's going on. But collectively, all of those numbers should work towards getting into that referendum on Nigeria. Yes or no? Do we want to stay in Nigeria? Yes or no? Do we want to have a different form of government? So thank you very much for bringing that up. So everyone, please share those petitions, share the Nina's petition, so that you can sign yourself, but you can also sign up others, because you can put in their information and use your computer or their phones to sign them up. Majupe, I don't know if you wanted to say something, because we're getting ready to close up in 1 minute.
No. I think I want to clarify what I think there are like two. The one that TJ Baba was talking about. There's a recent, recent actually it's not a referendum, but there's a recent
a poll?
one that is out there about the yeah. So that's the one. So I think both of them really they need to be. We're still on board with the with the Nina's one, but we also want to let people know that there's one out there for specifically collecting signatures from Yorubas.
Right, which I said is actually necessary, for all the different areas.
That's another discussion for another day. But
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, what I was saying is that all of that is germane, right? Because all those signatures actually combine to show the intent of the middle to the south. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that
indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you all very much, and
thank you.
We'll be back again next week, and then we'll get hopefully next time we'll get some different participants, from Paul to Mr. Faletti and Bosoon to lead some aspects of the presentation, so other people can hear other people's voices and also their take on what is going on. So thank you all very much. And I wish you all a very happy weekend. And Bosoon, next week, let's plan on you being part of the presentation team to present some of the areas. Does that work for you?
No problem. Thank you very much. In listening to the presentations over time, and I'll be willing to make a presentation if it's in my area.
Okay, awesome, because we kind of provide an overview so that different people can come on board and be able to present the information. And Prof. Nyeribe, I have lost your number because we'll